Welcome back to the Manor Entropians. Julian McBain here, and we are on the next island. For those of you who watched my vlog yesterday, you know I've been here for a couple of days. But now I'm really going to kind of get into the exploration aspect. Are there actual stairs? Oh, they're on the side, so like an idiot I tried climbing the wall. So the other day I decided on a whim to come to Next Island, and so far it's been okay. All I've been doing is hunting a low-level monkey creature up here, a Papu. And when you get to Next Island, you only have two teleporters. You have the one one teleporter. It's not even this one. You actually have to collect this teleporter when you land. The one you do get is where these markers are, over here. And I don't even know what the name of it is. Crystal Peak Teleport. So you start with Crystal Peak, so you gather that teleporter, so you have your first two teleporters. But I figure what I'll do is I'll collect some of the early missions here and see how they go. So let's speak to Undine, or Undine. Hello, traveler. Have you arrived from another planet, or do you depart into the harsh environment of space? Just arrived. Where should I go? Then be very welcome in this place in space called Next Island. Just follow the stairway down to the valley if you wish to. Feel free to approach the hunting, healing, and mining instructors farther along the path to the west of the mining and crafting instructor. If you're not already a skilled participant in this, you may learn a thing or two. Good luck. Kenichi, we are glad you are visiting us here in this corner of the universe. Okay, it just aborted. Thanks, I'll take a look. Oh, does it just automatically abort? Yeah, no, that's not a takeable mission apparently, because everything you do aborts it. That's weird. So we'll take the... Whoa. Oh no, there's lights. Okay. I'm like, where'd the trail go? This is some next level stuff. Like, I'm not sure I'd want to walk down this path in real life. There are things called nope trails. Look at the verticality on this planet. Oh my god. I look like I'm skipping down the stairs. Good grief. Oh shit. There we go. We made it. And now you know why I call this a nope trail. Oh, good lord. I'm not afraid of heights, and this makes me a little bit ugh. Look how high up we are. Oh my god. And that's where we're headed. Good grief. No, let's not fall off. Because I'm sure that you guys would probably be laughing your asses off at me. That doesn't really help the video any. So, from a beginner's perspective, and yes, I could have probably sleep near down and all that, but you know me, when I do starter missions on a planet, I like to get the beginner's perspective. So actually, since oh no, we'll keep the armor on. Screecher Punies, level 0. Level 0 Papus. I was fighting level 3 Papus. So my assumption is that I gotta follow the trail. There's a player up ahead. Okay, so here are your trainers. Paradise landing tutorial route. Well, since Paradise Landing is up that way, I'm going to assume that this is the tutorial route. So let's start with the hunting. Okay. Hello and welcome to Next Island. I'm the hunting instructor. Here on Next Island and everywhere else in Entropia, you will need to know how to hunt and shoot. At least defend yourself. Ready to get started? Yes. Great. To start, once you've equipped your weapon, you're going to aim at these troublesome papoo over here. Right-click to lock on target. This will also show you how much health your opponent has. It'll take a few shots with the starter gun I'm going to give you. Go on. To equip the weapon, yada yada. Ammunition. Weapons require ammunition to fire. Okay, I'm going to give you your first weapon now, but first go see the healing instructor. She'll give you some info to help get started. Those little guys are nasty, have a nasty bite, and you need to know how to heal yourself. Be sure to loot your prey and collect your rewards. I got this. Elysia prototype, which has 10 peck worth of use. So we'll equip the starter gun. Okay. Hi, you must be new. Next Island can be a dangerous place, especially off the beaten path. In time, you will get armor and better weapons, but for now, if you die, you'll revive at a revival station. The thing is, those revival stations can be far from where you died. So the answer, heal thyself. Want to learn? Yes, please explain. I'm going to give you a box of herbs that will help you regain your health. Over time, your skills will grow and it'll make you stronger, understood. So it's basically a FAP. And it tells you to make sure you get the pistol. Thanks. And so thus we get the Next Island herb box. Which is worth 5 back. Okay, so I've got to kill Papoo. Can't even figure out which button I'm after. So let's get into our street clothes and out of this armor. And see how this goes. You can tell this is a starter pistol. It lacks any sort of punch, but that's kind of expected. Okay, so let's see what the stats on this pistol are. Yeah, 1 to 2 damage, kind of like on Cyrene. I mean, exceptional durability, so it'll last you a while. Definitely designed for handling level 0s. Okay. Return this to the hunting instructor. Fantastic, you learned how to shoot. Remember, always watch your ammo. Different weapons use different ammunition, but they all use universal ammunition. So if you shoot any loot any shrapnel in hunting, be sure to open your inventory, right-click on the shrapnel, and convert it. That should help you keep you going for a bit. I will. Farther down the path, you'll find a little village, and that village is the mining instructor. He'll teach you how to mine for valuables, so you can use to make yourself or others. Universal ammo can be used for mining as well. Sounds good. Okay. So I travel down the trail here. And there's a revive terminal just kind of sitting out in the middle of nowhere. I've noticed this as I've explored what little of Next Island I've explored. Revive terminals just kind of pop up in places. I also want to point out the shark sitting out in the water. Beware sharks. I love how they have the little boat. But this is where the trail ends. So I love the welcome to next island sign. That's really cool. But they gave us a trail, and it kind of leads to this tiny little island, which is awesome. But it doesn't do anything. And one thing I noticed is that this doesn't do anything either, and I don't know if that's a glitch or if it did something at one time and then due to game balance or other issues they canceled it. I don't know. So since that's not doable right at the moment, there is something I've been dying to try since getting here. Let's hunt sharks. That's a pretty good return. I like so this is something that I experienced a lot of on Toulon. I like the idea that you can go hunting underwater. And the fact that they put so much detail into the sharks is actually, in my opinion, it's huge. And now I'm the victim of a feeding frenzy because I'm a moron and got too close. This is why you shoot your target to get them to you, and oh my. Oh! Oh, no joke. Okay, note to self. Sharks hit like a brick shit house. Okay, so we will have to assume that the level marker on this planet is substantially higher. Well, not substantially, but somewhat higher than that of Calypso. And he pulled both of them anyway. Wow. I wonder if did they start linking mobs in this one? Or was it just because that was close enough to all three? Christ. I'm in Ghost Armor, for crying out loud. I know it's because it's 3-on-1, but good lord. One down. You're unreachable, of course. Yeesh. They must do a type of damage that my Ghost Armor doesn't protect against. Or at least doesn't do a very good job. So I have learned that sharks are not something I can hunt very well. You know, it does make me wonder if there's, like, next island specific armor. Good gravy. Nope, I'm out. Okay, we're gonna stop wasting ped on sharks. That's ridiculous. I did not expect them to be that tough. And this is a planet where it's easy to justify buying a boat. Well, maybe not. It appears to be easy to justify buying a boat. There's some gorgeous water. I would love to go boating in this water. Sharks kind of make it tough. Okay, so We're gonna head back up the trail a little bit to back to the teleporter. It's Paradise Landing. Oh, that's all the way up there. I thought there was another teleporter down here for some reason. I'm not gonna walk the whole beach again. Because yeah, I got down here, I walked the whole beach to Shepherd's, and then I flew up to Riverside. Then I flew over to Screeching Hollow. And then again up to was it Orpheus's Way that I flew up to? I think so. And then back down to Pearl Cove. So now that we've done a little bit of hunting and we've kind of explored the beginner hunting mission, which is not as complex as I expected, I just want to draw your attention to the visuals of Next Island. So while the visuals on like Calypso and Cyrene, they're beautiful, but they're dated, right? When you're in the draw distance, and of course it's limited by the engine, but when you're in the draw distance, the visuals here are amazing. Oh, you know what? There's a wave event we can do while I talk. Yeah. These level 6 creatures, by the way, I was fighting them using an LB30 and I was keeping up, and they can't really do the damage to me, but they've got the hit points. There's a wave event just north of this teleporter here on Shepherd's Beach. No, maybe it's around Riverside View. There's a wave event somewhere in this area. But just look at the visuals of this planet and compare them to other places in Entropia universe. It's kind of like a showcase of how much progress the game has made over the years. And it's not a small place. I mean, it's definitely not as big as Calypso, but it's bigger than Cyrene, much bigger than Toulon. If I had to guess, I don't know, because I've never really explored Rocktropia. I'd say it's probably roughly the size of Arcadia and woefully underutilized. So I'm going to be here for a little bit. Can't guarantee how long, but I do want to spend a week or two here just to explore and, you know, learn more about the place. I understand that the Lara event is over, but I don't know if that means that there are no tameable Laras left, or if it just means that there was a special event that made it easier. So we're going to find that out. Now, I've never tamed a mob before. I don't have a whip, so I might end up having to go back to Calypso just for that. That and my poor Sleipnir here. I got here and then found out it was about out of gas. And so I had to pull the oil out of my hover pod to fuel this. Thus, I will have to go back to Calypso at some point soon anyway just to get fuel. But let's do a little bit of exploring. Oh wow, it looks like the bridge got demolished. Which, yes, I know it was designed like that, but still. It adds things like this add flavor to a game. Oh, it's another one of those covered wagons. And then I see, I think that's the wave event mound. Judging by the way these are designed, and I mentioned this in yesterday's vlog, I'm pretty sure that these were originally meant to be player housing. I mean, they look cool. They've got a reasonable amount of space inside. They have the privacy curtain. There's no estate terminal outside of them. But it looks like they had plans for it that were just never executed. Now, from what I understand, the group that did Next Island actually folded. Or at least may have folded. There is a pervading belief inside of the... Oh, that's the terminals. There's a belief inside of a lot of EU that Next Island is currently administered by MindArc directly. I don't know if they bought out the assets from the Next Island planet partner after they folded or how that operated. It might have been part of the contract where, you know, if you fail to do enough, then MindArc reserves the right to take possession of the assets. But it is a heavily underutilized planet, kind of like Cyrene. Now it's like less utilized than Cyrene. Now they have been introducing some stuff that gives me a little bit of hope. There are the they recently released a new vehicle, which is a flying vehicle but not a spaceship, which I think is a missed opportunity, but that's just me. And then the Larabot event that they held here, and unfortunately, due to game balance, they decided to nerf the Larabot, which I think is a mistake, but I can understand why they're doing it. This is really cool, like these natural bays. What's that? You can see where there's a path over here, and then this is all like steamy. It's designed to attract attention, so we got to check it out. Oh, it's just a waterfall. So is there something above the waterfall? There's a bridge and a machine. A machine I've never seen before. Oh, Hunter's Waterfall outpost. Not gonna lie, it kind of reminds me of the Mage Towers from World of Warcraft, or from Warcraft 2. Okay, so there's a storage terminal, a trade terminal, repair vendor. That's a revive point, I'm sure. Oh yeah. Which means this is probably good hunting ground. Hunter's Waterfall outpost. I mean, the name pretty much says it. Let's take a look around. That water goes under the rocks. I wonder if that's actually accessible. What have we got? More papoose. I shouldn't be hunting something like this in ghost armor, but I'm only gonna kill the one. So, okay, so more papoose. These guys seem to be like the most prominent thing on the planet. These guys and the screechers. Let's go for a swim. That cave really is calling to me. I want to see where it leads. And it might not lead anywhere. And if that's the case, that's the case. But I do want to check it out before I end the video. Because I saw it and I'm like, you know what? If I don't explore it, something cool will be in there. And if I do explore it, it won't be. So... let's take a moment and explore. So what I'm going to do for the next few videos is I'm going to do a couple of controlled cost hunts. Oh yeah, see, it's not a true cave, it just leads to the rocks. They did a good... Okay, so that right there is good artistic talent. They were able to make it appear like there was a cave here from a distance, and not until you get up close do you discover that it actually just leads to rocks itself. So that gives the illusion that the water is leading into an underground cave. Now, obviously with the rocks over it, it's implied that it just collapsed, which is another solid method of handling such a thing. But I gotta say, they did a fantastic job. They did. The visuals are amazing. The variety of mobs is really low. I've only found like 3 mobs: the papoos, the screechers, and the sharks. But I mean, Monria doesn't have any more than that. They've got what, 4? No, they might only have 3: Yogs, Shoggoths, and cultists. Oh, nope, they've got leprechauns. They've got 4. So that is the jungle grasslands area biome. And there appear to be large swaths of empty space that would be good for mining, like right here on top of this, where you're not going to get bothered by mobs. But there's all of these other biomes too that I have not explored yet. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a little time, I'm going to do some controlled cost hunts, but I'm also going to spend some time exploring Next Island and just seeing what there is to see, because I think there's a lot here. Look at all of this. This is like huge space for mining where no one's going to bother you. But I think there's a lot here, and I think that by kind of just going through and looking to see what they did put on this planet will help to determine whether or not it'd be worth the visit for other people. I honestly think every planet's worth visiting at least once. You find a lot, and every planet has a cool little tidbit. But, I mean, this planet's big. There's a lot to see. Let's see if I can't find like one more teleporter out here somewhere. I mean, I know I will eventually, but actually, you know what? Instead of going into the next biome, maybe I'll explore that next time. Just kind of land it here. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers. 1 subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. Thank you for joining me on this trip. Thank you for joining me on this trip. I really appreciate all the support. Oh, well, nah, we'll just end it here. We'll figure this out next time. Comment down below if you spent some time on Next Island. I know several of my viewers have. I'd be curious to see what your impressions of the planet are, so please make sure you do that too. And with that, guys, we will see you next time.